There's a lot of treatment considerations. I think a big issue that we're encountering is the changes in the regulatory landscape in rare lymphomas. There was an era in which there was a push for new therapies for orphan diseases and breakthrough designations that led to the approval of multiple drugs based on single-arm phase 2 studies, with the anticipation that those would then be validated in a phase 3 study. Some of those drugs, like Romidepsin, for example, were approved based on a pivotal phase 2 study, but then their phase 3 study was done in a totally different patient population. It was done in patients who had frontline disease for the intent of cure and not the relapsed refractory population in which it was originally approved. When the frontline study turned out not to meet its primary endpoint, the Romidepsin was selectively withdrawn from the market. And I think those types of complicated regulatory decisions have a large implication downstream. Not only is that drug then not available internationally for patients with peripheral T-cell lymphoma, fortunately in the United States it's still listed on the NCCN compendium, we have access, but that's not true everywhere. But then additionally, it begs a question about how to design these studies in super rare diseases where the effort really has to span many, many countries, many, many centers, all of whom only are able to put a couple of patients on studies in a world where the cost of doing clinical research continues to escalate. And so I think we will have to have a more strategic plan forward for rare diseases and how to accomplish these studies so that we're not slowing down the progress that we've already made in understanding how to better develop drugs for this population.